What's going on, people? It's the Black Guy 410 back with another album review. Today, I want to talk about the latest album from Clear Soul Force's album entitled Gold PP7. Just a quick liner note. Usually before I do album reviews, I take the time just to write myself some notes. I'll open up like a little Microsoft Word document or whatever. And somehow between me making it from my room to the basement, somehow I accidentally shut off my computer, and when I cut it back on, I didn't save the file. So, and I didn't feel like typing my notes all over, so I'm gonna do this review pretty much on the fly, off the top of my head, but whateve. Clear Soul Forces, if you don't know who they are, it's a four-man group from Detroit, consisting of E-Fave, L.A.Z., Novelist, and Elijah, who's an MC slash producer for the group. They broke through last year with Detroit Revolutions, which was a crazy dope record that got them a whole lot of recognition. If you look up the track Get No Better on YouTube, I can't remember if it has a million views yet, but it has a lot of views. It's probably one of their most popular tracks. That was actually the first track I heard from them that made me a fan. And ever since Detroit Revolutions, I've been waiting for Gold PP7 to drop, and it's finally here. So yeah, here we go. This album was dope. It was typical Clear Soul Forces material, but even I guess a slight step up from Detroit Revolutions. These dudes are, when people say, when you hear like people say they're in a rap group, like this is a rap group. Like these are some really highly talented lyricists all in one group, and it's not just like, you know, one of them is nice and the other one's air and the other one's air. Like all these dudes, you know, they got bars, all of them, and they just fit really well together on tracks. They all got really good flows, and this album was just them just going in, man. It was nothing too flashy, nothing too out of the ordinary, just four dudes with bars just going in. One of the things I liked about this album that was a little different from Detroit Revolutions, the production on here was slightly different. They took a few different routes. Like the first track on here called Continue was like a video game kind of inspired beat. Like some of the background noises and instruments remind me of like something you might hear on like a Super Nintendo intro game or something like that. Other tracks had the typical, I guess, like boom bap flavor, kind of like Detroit Revolutions had. And then also Elijah, he switched it up a little bit. Some of these tracks are a little smoother than normal. One of the few tracks on here that wasn't produced by Elijah, DiBiase did a beat on here. We Be Running This, and that's a beat that's probably not, I guess, Clear Soul Forces typical, but it worked. He gave them a nice little smooth beat to rock over, and it sticks out from the rest of the production on here. Like I think that's one beat that you'll hear, and you'll notice that, you know, that's probably not a Elijah produced beat, but even though it sticks out in a good way, it still fits with the rest of the project. I love how they use a lot of video game references in a lot of these tracks. I think within the first track alone, you get references from Link, Zelda. They mentioned Hayato from Marvel vs. Capcom. I can't remember if it was the same track. There was another track on here. They had a reference to Cyrax and Mortal Kombat. Just a lot of like video game references, a couple anime references. I know they referenced DBZ maybe one or twice. A couple of Transformers references. So I can dig that. You know, rap and like that mix between rap and, I guess, like quote unquote like nerdy culture, I guess, if that's even a term. I dig it. It works for me, and they do a lot of it. And it doesn't come off as corny. They find clever ways to kind of like weave it into their bars. One of the few, they only had one feature on here, I believe, which was on the track Freak Freak with Cooley High, which is another dope group. And that was just, a track of people just going in as normal, doing what they do. To be honest, I don't have a whole lot of negative things to say about this project. The only thing that stuck out for me after the first few listens, that I can't even say it's bad, is I think after the 15 tracks on here, I would say probably after track 10ish, it kind of fell off for me. Not completely fell off. Like, the tracks weren't bad, but I don't think they were as good as like the first few, or not even the first few, the first several that I heard, because this album starts out pretty strong. Like the track Eve, I probably could have done without that one. And Unlimited Bounce, I think I could have done without that too. And it's not even that those two are bad tracks. It's just that I think the other tracks on here are just that much better. That those two for me just, I don't know, they didn't do much for me. But Standout Tracks, man. Like I said, out of the 15 on here, those two are like the only two that I don't like. But Continue, like I said, the starting track Continue was a dope track. Love the video game kind of inspired beat and all of like the nerdy references they use. The second track, Ninja Rap, was another dope one. I believe they had a Hattori Hanzo reference and another reference to Joe Musashi from Shinobi, if anybody's ever played that. Beats Ramen Life was a dope track. Literally, like, I could just run through like all the tracks on here and say they're pretty much all standout tracks. Honestly, like I said, aside from the other two that I listed, there aren't any tracks on here that I don't, there aren't any tracks on here that I can say I don't like. War Drums was a dope track. Love the beat on that. The Genie was another dope track. It was a really short track. It's only, I believe, like 2 minutes or something, but they just 2 minutes of them just kind of, just ripping it. Also, like on here, production wise, like how they use the way some of these tracks end in like little skits and how they start. Like the Continue track, the video game one, it ends with the Street Fighter like countdown they do when you lose. I think it was War Drums. Don't quote me, but I think War Drums ended with one of the group members did like his own like little Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. Another one of these tracks started off with the Enter the Dragon conversation with Mr. Han and Jim Kelly when he said your style is unorthodox, and Jim Kelly replied but effective. I think that was Sparring Session. That's another standout track. That was another dope track on here. And one of the tracks starts out with one of the greatest sports bits of all time with I think it was Sparring Session too. I think Sparring Session ended with this one, with them talking about there was the Allen Iverson practice bit, which if you follow basketball, I don't even gotta explain that to you. You know how pretty much iconic that bit is. I always say, I mention this literally in every album review, I love albums that start strong and albums that end strong. And even though for me, I think the latter half of this album was I like the first, I would say, like 9 tracks better than how the last like 5 or 6 went. But Solar Heat was a dope track to close out on. They definitely went in on that track. Yeah, I really don't know how else to review this. There's not much else to say, man. I get in different kind of moods when I listen to music. Sometimes I want to jam something ignorant. Sometimes I just want to listen to like instrumentals. But when I want to listen to some lyricists and just hear dudes with bars just go in, this is the kind of album that I'll put on. They got a lot of quotables, none of which I can't pull them off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure literally in every track you're gonna find some quotables of something crazy they said. Like I said earlier, man, all these dudes got bars. They all go in. They all hold their own. Illajade gives them some good production to rock over, and they also have really good flows. They know how to they can all ride the beats like really well when they flow over them. And yeah, man, I don't really know what else to say. If you just like dudes with bars, and you just want to hear bars, slightly mixed with, you know, a few anime references, a few video game references or something thrown in every now and again, this is probably something you'd want to listen to. Probably definitely geared toward the more, I guess, underground hip hop crowd, but really for anybody who likes hip hop, man, I suggest you give it a listen, man. It's got to be something off here you like, man. If you just like rapping, man, these dudes can rap, so you'll definitely mess with something off of here. This album, unlike a lot of the other ones I do, is not free 99. But there is you can find a stream. Actually, if you go to fatbeats.com, I think Fatbeat, I can't remember if Fatbeats is a label, but that's the site you can buy the album from. But if you go to Fatbeats, the SoundCloud page, they have a whole stream of the album, which is how I listen to it. I ordered it, but I haven't actually received my CD yet, but I've listened to the stream a bunch of times. So you can go on there, listen to the stream, check a few tracks out. And like I said, I'm pretty sure these first couple of tracks will draw you in. Continue, Ninja Rap, Beats, Rhymes, and Life, Freak, Spawn Session, War Drums, The Genie, We Running This. Like, those first like 10 tracks for me were just fire. And then Eve was kind of Unlimited Bounce was kind of and then it goes to Fresh to Death, which was a dope track. He Say She Say was a dope track, and then it ends with Solar Heat. So yeah, man, out of 15 tracks, only 2 I don't like. I can't do that math in my head, but that's a good ratio. Yeah, man, go check this out. Go stream it. If you like it, go cop it. You know, support the artist. I'm still waiting to get my album in the mail. Hopefully I'll be getting it within the next few days. I'm looking forward to whatever these dudes do next, man. The sky's the limit. These are some really talented artists right here. I'd say the only thing that I could see them maybe doing to, I guess, like expand their sound is maybe do more like concept related records, or some more kind of introspective records. I mean, every now and then they drop gems of introspective stuff and things like that, but it'd be cool to hear, you know, some whole complete concept tracks of them, I guess, you know, sticking on a singular topic and just going in. But I'm pretty sure by the time the next release comes out, there'll be better lyricists. Illajade will probably become a better producer, and yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever these dudes do next. So yeah, man, Clear Soul Forces, go PP7, go check it out. If you like this, go back and go check out Detroit Revolutions, which is free 99. You can get that on their Bandcamp page. Yeah, man, dope group. Go listen, go support. I'm about to get out of here and probably listen to this album again, and hopefully I'll be dropping another review. I'm gonna try to drop another one before the end of this week. And it's Friday night. Is it Friday? I don't even remember what today it is. Thursday night. I don't even know what days it is. But I'm gonna try and drop another review by Sunday. And yeah, I will catch y'all on the flip side. Be easy.